Hello, welcome to the Amtrak. I'm going from Bakersfield, California to Redding, California during this crazy heck of a time COVID-19 pandemic BS. It's not BS. I know people are getting sick and they're really having a hard time finding a vaccine, and thank you to all the essential workers, and thank you to all the doctors, and thank you to all the grocery store clerks and all those people. Thank you for everything that you're doing to help keep society running on a somewhat normal basis. So I'm here on the Amtrak and I'm a little tired, but I'm going to try and stick to my guns and do this. I was just curious, how is Amtrak doing? I'm on this trip going to see my dad. The tickets were really cheap, $100 round trip. Can't beat that, I guess. But is it worth the risk? And I figure, well, if I take the precautionary measures and I wash my hands and I wear my mask and I'm just like diligent and everything from A to Z, then my risk is low. And after hearing a bunch of statistics and compared to the flu virus that goes around every year, I mean, there's just a lot of factors that you have to think about and take in consideration your actual risks. Now I understand that I can be asymptomatic and I could be spreading it all around, but I'm not trying to do that. I've been sitting in my seat, same spot, with this mask on my face for like the last 5 hours, and it gets pretty hot, especially when you fall asleep. You wake up and your whole bottom half of the face is like sweaty. But my goal here is just to inform everybody about the protocols that Amtrak is or is not taking to ensure the safety of its passengers, and that everybody's going to get off this train well. So there was a few things that I noticed right off the bat. There was when I first got to the station, I didn't get it recorded or anything because I was in a rush. I was almost late for the train. It was such a nightmare, and here I am tired and dragging. But I get to the station, I walk in through the doors, and they were automatic doors. I didn't have to touch anything. But I walk up to the window, glass window. I guess that's okay. The guy behind the window wasn't wearing a mask. I feel like it's his choice to or not to wear one. I mean, there is a glass in between us with just little holes. I don't know if I had the virus, if I could somehow transmit it through those little holes that you kind of talk through that glass. I don't know if that's possible. It's not impossible, I'm sure. But I get to the train station and maybe 40% of people are wearing masks. And that's including the Amtrak workers. So not all Amtrak workers are wearing masks, which as a employee of Amtrak, I would find it in my best interest to put on a mask and try to avoid those little spit droplets and stuff. So I'm going to do a review of Amtrak. Again, I didn't. The whole entry part was okay, So I get to go to board the train, and I was kind of thinking about this last night before today. I was thinking I think it would be a really good protocol to do a temperature check before even boarding the train. I mean, if you think about it, if you're sick, you're not well and you shouldn't be traveling. Likewise, if you're sick and it's unsure whether or not you have COVID-19, you should not be traveling. You should not be on the train. So if upon arrival to enter the train, you cannot pass a temperature check, I do not feel that it is safe for that person to be on the train, nor is it safe for other passengers to be on the train with this person. Now, I know that there's other things that might induce a fever or other things that can cause fevers, it could be a bacterial infection, However, if you have a bacterial infection, you should not be traveling. I mean, it's common freaking sense. So,
right, ladies and gentlemen, it's Madeira.
Oh, Madeira. I don't know. Do I get a smoke break? Let me check, and I'll be right back with you guys.